Most agencies that you will be placed at will require a police check or a vulnerable sector screen, and sometimes medical clearance. Sometimes agencies will ask for both a police check and a vulnerable sector screen. Again, you'll find out the specifics of what the agency requires when you go for your interview. If you need both a police check or either one of a vulnerable sector screen, you can talk to Lorna O'Connell in the School of Social Work office. She has forms that you can get that will get you a reduced rate because you are a student. The healthcare sector is an important one to consider. If you have any sense that you might want to do a placement in a hospital in particular in one of your placements, it's really important to look at your immunizations as soon as possible. So dig down into family records. If you have records, family doctor records, that's great. If they show that you're up to date, that's wonderful. You won't have much to do other than have your doctor fill in the forms. If you can't find them, what you'll need to do is have some blood work done, and that blood work will show whether you're immune or not to things like measles, mumps, rubella. If the blood work comes back as inconclusive, you'll need to have updated immunizations, which can take 1 or 2 months to get done. So again, I advise you to get all of this done really early, because if it's not done early, what can happen is your placement is delayed and you might start placement 1 or 2 months late, which is a lot of time to have to catch up on in terms of hours. So good idea early to take a look at what you have and what you might need to get done. This is just an example of what Hamilton Health Sciences requires in terms of medical clearance. Again, so it's evidence of 2 red measles, mumps, rubella vaccines or lab reports showing immunity. A Tdap vaccine and TB skin testing is also required. Lots of you may have had a 2-step TB skin test a while ago. If it was done more than a year ago, you'll likely have to do another one. Again, just important to be aware of. So the context of field education in the community. As you've been learning in your classes, you know that we live in a neoliberal world, that social service organizations are under constant change. Staff are dealing with cuts all the time, restructuring. All of that impacts social workers and our field instructors in terms of the amount of work they're expected to do. They often have higher caseloads, for example, and be expected to do more with less. This causes obviously stress on field placements and their availability. So our availability is in constant flux. There's also been a fairly large expansion of social work programs, especially in southwestern Ontario in the last 5 to 10 years, and that has increased competition for placements substantially in this area. If you think about Toronto alone, there's a School of Social Work at U of T, Ryerson, York, and there's distance programs as well. That means students can be coming from anywhere and landing in different cities across the country. So that has an added impact as well. This all means that for your 3rd year placement, to be honest, you don't have a lot of choice. There's more choice when you we're looking at your 4th year placements. And again, even 4th year students are often competing with MSW students for placements. Important to remember that you are going to learn in whatever organization you're placed at. And so it's important to take whatever learning you have and transfer it to whatever population that you're working with. Because a lot of the skills, all of the skills actually you learn at any setting are transferable to other agencies and to other populations. The majority of our placements are in Hamilton. We're committed to staying within a 45-minute radius of Hamilton, so we don't offer distance programs or distance placements. Occasionally, we have placements in Brantford, Niagara, and Mississauga, but that is those are rare, and those are really linked to people living in those areas and seeking specific placements out. Again, I know we have a number of students from the Mississauga area, and to be honest, we don't have lots of them, so they are limited. So it's important to know that you are probably going to be placed in Hamilton. And I know that will have impact on your living situations or where you might end up being. So important to keep that in mind. We ask that you don't call agencies or placements on your own to try and find your own placement. And that's based on feedback from our field instructors who say they're often inundated from other schools and students from other schools calling them looking for placements. If you can imagine a field instructor getting numerous calls every day about placements, you can quickly see how, when they're already busy, that would add a lot to their the work they're expected to do. So we have an agreement with our field instructors that we don't ask students to find their own placements, that Jenny and I find placements for you, and we will send you for interviews. Having said that, if you have a lead or know of an agency that we do not currently have a placement at, and you have a contact there, by all means, come and talk to me about that. And I'm happy to contact that person either by email or phone, or go visit them and talk about the possibility of us offering a new placement with them. So please let me know if something like that is of interest to you.